Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon, and I welcome you all to WEI's Expert Talk series. Today, joining us is Miss Sampurna Ganguly, the founder of Skill Crafts, and I welcome ma'am on our Expert Talk series.
Thank you, Janvi.
Yeah.
I'm honored
So,
to be here.
we too, ma'am. Ma'am, without further ado, should we start with the interview?
Sure, please.
Yeah. So, ma'am, as you know that the concept of as in that your organization is working on sustainable products. So, the concept of sustainable luxury can sometimes seems like a contradiction. How do you balance the high quality materials and the craftsmanship of your products with the goal of that of environmental responsibility without affecting both?
Yeah, thanks. I have a manufacturing unit for leather items in the UNESCO World Heritage Town of Shantiniketan. So there we make different kind of leather items like leather purses and key rings, piggy banks, cosmetic cases, these kind of things. So in our organization, all the leather items they are vegetable tanned. Vegetable tanning meaning means that when we are processing the leather, we are using only lime and salt, and no harmful chemicals are used. So automatically these products become environment friendly, non-toxic, and biodegradable. Let me tell you a story. Not only us, but all the original Shantiniketan goods manufacturers use only natural substances. Nowadays, like we are all conscious about environment, and we are all like very interested regarding go green and sustainable. But you know, this thing happened for Shantiniketan leather around 100 years back. 100 years back, this Bengal art movement started, and the famous poet and philosopher Rabindranath Tagore, his daughter-in-law Pratima Devi, and artist Nandalal Bose. They actually started this Shantiniketan art movement. So they only started this vegetable tanning leather movement. So actually, it started long back, and not only me, as I said, all the original Shantiniketan artisans they are using it. So there is another aspect of it. This vegetable tanned leather, they have the quality of permanently retaining and embossing this imprint of motifs. Like when we are not using vegetable tanning, the chemical tanning is known as chrome tanning. At that point of time, we cannot retain the permanent emboss, and these are that is why these vegetable tanned leather they are long lasting. These unique leather motifs, leather items are popularly known as Shantiniketan leather, and that is why these Shantiniketan leather items, because they are vegetable tan, they are distinctively different from other leather items. So automatically, they are like sustainable luxury itself.
Nice to hear, and it's a very good initiative that is taken by Skillcrafts. Ma'am, also when we were going through your organization's vision motives, we found that your vision statement particularly emphasizes the importance of promoting Indian handicraft products, right? So could you share how you work directly as in impacting the lives and livelihoods of the artisans in Shantiniketan?
Yes. Actually, for me, it's a all woman group of artisans in Shantiniketan, and most of them are involved in this craft for more than one generations. Now the problem is right now what is going on, like in surrounding areas there are copies of these Shantiniketan items. These are going on. They are machine made. Like I just want to show you something. Just see this one. I hope you can are able to see it. This is handmade items, and so like the colors and everything you can like if you go like if you can see from the very near, you can understand this is handmade. But nowadays there are like machine made items are going on, and it's very cheap because these people are not Shantiniketan artist specialist, and so naturally like they are producing in bulk, and that is why the Shantiniketan artisans they are suffering. A lot of them are suffering because some people are price conscious. They'll go for the they're not an expert. They won't understand if this is original or not, so they will go for the low price one. So in my organization, what I do actually, I try to provide a proper platform for these artisans. Since it is after a few years, so my customers trust me, and I have a few recognition as well. So like, um, this is kind of guarantee that I give, that these are the original Shantiniketan leather items. And so like these artisans, they can handicraft these items for proper customers. Like this is a win-win situation for them. Like my customers, they will get the guaranteed authentic handmade Shantiniketan products, which are vegetable tanned, which are sustainable, which are eco-friendly. And also the artisans, they also get value for their this special expertise, because this is something that you have to learn. Like this is not like they have training, they are doing, they have taken training for few years, and only then they can do this. So that is how I am trying to help them out, because like everyone is like this. Some of these artists, they are struggling because the competition means the cheaper items, the machine made items, which they are selling, telling us like original Shantiniketan items. I am an expert, I can understand. The artisans are an expert, but not everyone is an expert. Many of them will be like price conscious. So here I come, actually. Here I try to make their livelihood a bit more comfortable, as in my humble way.
Yeah, and not just their livelihood. I would also say that in a way we are kind of, as in skill crafts, is kind of protecting and preserving the art and culture, the handicrafts of India, which needs a
Yes.
platform at the moment. Yeah, it's a very
Yes.
good initiative, Rama.
Thank you.
Also, ma'am, you export your products worldwide, if I'm not wrong. And have you noticed any kind of difference in how consumers from different cultures perceive the products of India as in the handicraft and sustainable goods?
Definitely. So I'll show you an example, and firstly, let me tell you, for Asian customers, like for in like the Arab customers, the customers from Latvia, and obviously our Indian customers, we basically share the same taste. Like as an Indian, I like the colorful items. Honestly, I like the bright items. I like the red color, yellow color, and most of us are mainly like mainly in favor of these items. Let me show you something. But I find the customer taste in USA and Europe distinctly different. See this item. This is a piggy bank. Are you able to see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is what I make for Indian customers and Asian customers, because this is very bright red, blue, then green. This color you see the difference. This is what I make for European and US customers. This is very subtle, only cream color and then blue color. These both of these materials, they are same, but see the difference. One is very bright, very colorful. I love the colorful one, to be very honest. But these European and US customers, they will like these subtle colors. This is true for all. Like as I showed, you see, this color is preferred by Indian customers, by Arab customers, by Latvia customers. They will be going for this. Again, see this. The European and US customers, they will go for this, because this is more subtle. This is not that much colorful. That's it. Everything is same, but only the color difference. And sometimes, like for European and US customers, what we do, we are trying to do more fusion. Like not exactly the traditional thing, the traditional colors, to be more like mm, more suitable to their taste, to their European taste. Like as I said, this is not the traditional Indian design. If you can see, this is not traditional Indian. Like the everything, the work, that is Shantiniketan leather, but the design is different. That is how the difference comes actually. The buyer choice, the customer choice, and we have to move according to them.
Yeah, it's very important because if you cater a wider audience of different cultures, then you have to understand their preferences and needs so that you can cater your products according to that. That would, in a way, expand your business.
Yes, like it's from the
Yes.
experience I have seen that like the more colorful they these European and American customers, they are not in favor of this. They will want more subtle ones, like more bluish ones, more skin color, more brown, this kind of thing. So they are in favor of these things, whereas me as an Indian and most of my Indian customers, they are much more in favor of the bright, colorful, these boho themed you like items. Want to show you something. Just see this. I'm the only one who is manufacturing this. This is a keyring, an animal motif keyring. This is an elephant motif actually. This is very much in demand for corporates actually during the Christmas time or gifting times. So my specialty is that most of the time I am doing in animal motifs and floral motifs for most of the items because I like them, and there I find that they are in mostly in demand, and also like it's a very rare thing, like not many, like you can find more like geometric shapes and these kind of things, so you won't find that floral and animal motif that much in leather works. So this is my specialty.
Nice to hear that, ma'am. Ma'am, also, where do you see the future of sustainable fashion and handicraft products heading? So, do you believe that there's a growing shift in customers that are preferring towards these types of goods? You aren't audible, ma'am.
Very sorry. Yes, of course. So, what I found that there is a huge shift after COVID-19 situations, especially the millennials and the Gen Z customers. So, they have become very conscious regarding the harmful impacts of non-sustainable products. And also, one another thing, they want the guarantee that the products are responsibly sourced and have a fair price regulation. And well, Indian handcrafted products have always been eco-friendly, sustainable, very unique and eye-catching. So obviously, there has been a people obviously already like them, but right now there is already a big shift among these customers, which will only increase now. Now, what happened actually, only 2 days back, I was reading a report regarding how the Indian millennials and Gen Z in some business magazine have tastes have changed. Like they are more going towards the Indian handcrafted and eco-friendly products. So it's a good thing for environment as a whole, obviously, and obviously for me, for my business, and for my artisans. So yes, this trend will grow up. It will only grow.
Yeah. Uh, there is a future for sustainable products in the
Yes,
in
yes,
coming years. Yeah.
obviously. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Also, ma'am, with the growing focus on nowadays on responsible sourcing, as in, what are your opinions on ethical practices within the retail industry, especially in context of the handicraft products? How does skill crafts ensure these values?
So this is not just an option. This is basically a must, both from my business perspective as well from a customer perspective. So as I told, we are already using this vegetable chrome process where we are using only salt and limes and not no harmful chemicals. Now, another thing I want to say that for not only for our artisans, like for every artisan, they need to attend workshops after certain times to get training and knowledge. So because otherwise they can't update, like new design is coming up every day, and new process are coming up, and everything is in needs to be streamlined. We need to be using the lean process. So Shantiniketan is already an MSME cluster that is good for us actually, and there are different organizations, cooperatives, and like organizations which are organizing this workshop, curated workshop for these artisans, many so that they can get updated to the latest trend, latest process, streamlining the process, a more holistic approach. And I here I come as a middleman actually. We arrange this as a regular basis for my artists so that they keep updated, so that the items that they handcraft, they are more up to date, they are more fusion based, mix of fusion and traditional, and it's becomes like it's good for us as a business, good for the artisans as well, because uh, obviously this is a win-win situation for us. and we already have an internal audit system, a supervisor who is an expert actually, and we already regularly check like whether there is any problem they are facing to keep up with the latest process and with the training and everything. So we already have that in place. Now another thing, these artisans, like I believe in a very happy workplace. So these artisans, they are not only workforce, they are also colleagues and family. And I try to maintain a healthy workplace as much as possible, where my artisans financial and emotional needs are catered as much as possible. So because it's not only for the good for my artisans, obviously it's for them, but it's also for my good for my organization as a whole. Only then an organization can succeed when its employees are happy with the work environment. So this is the process we are following here. Like we try to take good care of our artisans. They are also taking good care of me in this process. So it's a we treat them we they are a big family. They are a part of we are all part of a big family, a Silky Crafts family. So this is how
Yeah.
we work.
So treating your employees like a family, it's a signal of a
Yes.
good or a healthy organization.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that our viewers should take in case they are already working on any organization or that. Uh, Ma'am, it was a very fruitful interview with you. But as we move towards the end of this interview, I would just like to know that now, as a successful women entrepreneur in India, what unique challenges have you faced during your journey, and how do you think you had overcome those challenges? And what suggestions do you have to the viewers who are watching you, and maybe they can take some inspiration from your words, and they can start a good venture of their own?
Thank you for the question. So basically, I'm a first generation entrepreneur. So to some levels, both as a woman and an entrepreneur, it has been somewhat challenging initially. So in India, not only in India, all over the world, entrepreneurship is still considered to be a male dominated area. So there was lack of cooperation from certain part of society when I started. And there were I faced serious problem, even from even fraudulent activities, these kind of things, yes, I faced. But after sometimes 1 or 2 years, my associates had understood that I am here to stay. This is my bread and butter, and I am someone who is a go-getter. So I don't leave easily. So at that point of time, I decided, and not decided, like it. I am here to stay. So my network started to grow, and I joined the business ecosystem. uh, Now people are familiar with me, my brand name and everyone, so it's okay right now. There is not a bit of problem. But yes, like initially it was tough. Sometimes I felt like giving up, but I'm not someone who gives up very easily. Anyone who is starting business newly, I will just suggest that don't leave your dream, leave don't leave your passion, follow your passion. Entrepreneurship is not a 9 to 5 job. It's initially, at least for first initial years, it's a 24 cross 7. It won't work according to your expectations. Everything will not be perfect as you think. There will be a lot of roadblocks, there will be many things, but the taste of success is sweeter actually in that case, like because it's something that you like. If you follow your dream and everything, there is nothing better than that, there is nothing sweeter than that, and it's something that's worth.
So not giving up is the
Not
motto
giving
for
up, don't
giving up.
don't
Yeah, not
don't
giving
give
up
up.
is the motto for the
Yeah,
entrepreneurs watching you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and giving us this interview. I hope that was beneficial for all the people who are watching you. It was really inspiring for them also, and for me as well. Thanks a lot. It was a really good and enriching interview, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
thank you for having me here. Thank you.
And I thanks all my viewers who are watching this expert talk series. We'll be back with one more expert soon. Till then, thanks a lot.